So you've gone all the way through all of the steps to log into your Mac and set it up. And the first thing you see is this desktop with all kinds of stuff on it. You're trying to get your bearings. And the first thing that jumps out at you is this thing at the bottom, the dock. All right, this dock has got all kinds of shortcuts and all of the applications that you might use on a regular basis. But by default, it has a whole bunch of applications that you're not going to probably use very often. Apple decided to just throw everything under the sun onto this dock, and it's kind of cluttered. So what we're going to do in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to clean this up, how to remove applications from this dock that you probably never use or use very, very rarely, how to add things to the dock that you'd like to have that aren't here, and some other little tips and tricks on how to customize this dock to make it your own. As we look at this, when you look at the dock, very first thing right here, this finder you're going to want to keep there. You use that a lot. Also applications you're going to want to keep. This is Safari. This is Apple's version of a browser. Think Chrome, think, why am I drawing a blank? Firefox. All right. If you don't know that already. And the next thing that comes up that, might be something you can let go. I kind of like having it, and that is your messages. What's really, really cool, if you already own an Apple device, such as an iPhone or an iPad, any messages that I get from my contacts here will also show up here. That's kind of cool. I can sit here while I'm working. If my wife sends me a message, I can go ahead and respond right here rather than picking up my phone. This here is our mail. We're going to keep that just there as well. But now we start getting into some things that are kind of like, why do I need this on the dock? I don't really look at maps that often on my computer. And if I do, I can open up a browser and pop into it. Same thing with photos. If I want to get to my photos quickly, any of these applications that are in your dock, you can still get to even if they're not on the dock. All right. So again, we got all these different applications sitting there. All right. So I think the very first thing that I'm going to take off of this dock, and that is maps. Now, how do we take off an app? You go ahead and you hover over it, click on it with your mouse, and just drag it right off and just let it go. Well, that didn't work. Try it again. It's gone now. It did a little swoosh sound and it's gone. Same thing with photos. Don't need it on there. It just does not want to click off. Maybe photos has to stay. There we go. And then FaceTime, same thing. I don't know why I'm having so many issues letting this go. FaceTime is now gone. Don't think I need my phone on here. Calendar, yeah, I'll leave that. Contacts, don't need contacts on there. For whatever reason, contacts doesn't want to leave. There we go. You probably won't have these kind of issues if you're logged directly into your Mac. I'm using Rust Desk and I'm remoted in. So I've got my Windows computer that I use for all of my video editing. It's turned on underneath my monitors. I've got my Mac. It's turned on, and I've got Rust Desk connected to both, installed on both the Mac and the Windows. And I log in to the Mac with Rust Desk, and then I can just go to my Mac all day long. But with that Rust Desk, there could be some lagging and some not as responsive as if you were actually logged in and using your Mac directly. And I think that's what we're running into here with this. So that's how we go and get rid of stuff. Definitely do not want Apple TV. Apple TV's gone. Definitely don't need music. Let's click on it and just do options, keep in dock, open. I'm looking for a remove from dock, but it's already in dock. Want to remove it from the dock. Be nice if they had a remove from dock in the context menu. They don't. We could hide it. That didn't work. We could quit. All right. So quit is their version of remove from dock. So if you are trying to drag it off, I don't need Keynote. I don't need games. Notice how when I start moving it up, it says remove. you want to drag it until it says remove. Again, notes, I don't need notes in there. Remove didn't work. So we're going to do quit. And now it's gone. Same thing with reminders. Reminders might not be something that, there we go. Numbers don't need numbers. Pages don't need pages. App Store might be kind of nice, but I don't think I'll be using that much either. iPhone mirroring, yeah, don't think I'll use that much. And then your system settings, that might be kind of nice to have. Here, weather, don't think I need weather either. Now, the one thing on here that is missing, when I first logged in, I was like, how do I get to my documents? With Apple, a lot of the things that you need to get to, you can get to through your Finder. If you click on Finder up here, you would think that you could open it up and it'd be like a file explorer. But we're not really seeing anything like a file explorer in here. However, if you go down to the Finder right here and click on the icon in the dock and then open it up, now you're kind of seeing the equivalent of Windows File Explorer. All right. And then right in here is Documents. Again, I'd like to be able to get to documents much quicker. All right. And with my Windows taskbar, if it's not already there, I think it's there by default. I always make sure I can get to my documents or to the File Explorer rather quickly. So if I want to get to my documents, I'm going to click on Documents here. And now I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to do Add to Dock. Okay. And it was actually right here. We have downloads and now we have documents. Now the other thing you can do is you can say, well, I don't think I want it there. You can grab it now and you can move it around. Now what we're seeing here for the first time is it doesn't let you move it over here to the left. So it's only going to be over here in this little section here. Can we move it in here? Yes. And so I think I want to put it there in front of downloads. And I think I want to move my downloads over. Again, there's the Rust test that's currently running. It's letting me know that's currently running. So that's how you would go and add something to this dock. Now, same thing. Let's say that you have an app that we took off that you'd like to have on here, or maybe there was one that you wanted to get to that's not on the dock. Go ahead and click on your apps, and all of your apps that are on your Mac are going to be here. You can either organize this as a list or you can use a grid. And so you click on these three dots in the top right-hand corner and you can do grid, and then it's going to show you everything that way. So we could look in here and say, you know, I use the calculator all the time. I'm going to do a right click on calculator, and I'm going to do, again, doesn't we have all these little nuances that we have to get used to, and you're not going to really know these nuances until you start using it, but they don't have anything in the right click menu for add it to dock. That's okay. What you do, clicked out of it. That's the other thing with applications. Notice how it doesn't have these three dots in the top right hand corner. These three dots are Apple or Mac's version of close, minimize, or maximize. And applications doesn't have that. Another little weird quirk. I don't know why, but to get rid of it, if you actually click out of it, that applications closes. So we're going to go right back into it. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab the calculator. So you're going to left click and grab it. And now we're going to take it on down and add it to the dock. And there it is in the dock. All right. So again, I'm done with my applications. I just simply click out. Here with this Finder, let's click on that right now. And right now, this is the documents folder. It kind of went and hid up in the top there on us. If you click on it, to close it, we go and we click on this. And now it's closed. Now, some of the other kind of cool things about this, in the old days, this dock would be animated. So when you scrolled over it, each one of these would kind of like pop up. It would be like a wave. It's kind of cool. That is still there. It's just not set up by default. So when you're working with your dock, anywhere on it, you just go and hover your mouse anywhere on it, right click on it and go to dock settings. Okay. That opens up a ton of stuff. And in here, right here, you can make it bigger. Okay. And this is the magnification. If you mess with this magnification, pop this up, something like, I don't know, there. Now watch what happens. It's lagging a little bit. Oh, still doesn't want to work. Might just need to be up more. And I found that also. And again, this could be a rust desk issue. This could be a lot more responsive. Now it's working. So as you scroll over everything, kind of pops it up. All right. And then in your dock settings here, got all kinds of other things you can do with your dock. Notice here, position. We can put it on the left. Right now it's on the bottom. You can use left. We can pop it on the right. Or again, default is bottom, and I kind of like it on the default. All right. And then you have all kinds of other different options here for the dock that you can use to personalize this and get it just the way you want. I'm good with that. So that's it. We've now gone into our dock, cleaned it up, taken off a lot of the applications that don't really need to be there, just a lot of junk. If you feel like, hey, I'd like to have that back, you can bring it back at any time. We've also added the documents. We've tweaked this dock, give it some little bit of animation. That's always kind of fun. And that's it for this video. We are good with a polished up and a dock that is dialed in just the way you want.